This game looked so good when I saw it in the Google Play Store. So vibrant, so full of life. And then I played it. Now, I'm not gonna say that this is a bad game. That's not what I'm alluding to here. It is far from a bad game. But what I am going to say here is that this is a very plain game. A game that I honestly do not think is really going to appeal to all that many players. I mean, at the same time, it is rated only 3 stars after all, out of I think like 1,000 different players. So, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, what was I really expecting? Either way, you begin the game by just clicking Start Adventure. That's it. And then you're kind of just in the game, and that's kind of it. You click around the map doing battle with various types of enemies and attempt to defeat Satan. Yeah, Satan. Within 100 days, each battle functioning as a single day. So after 100 battles, the world either ends or you defeat Satan and save it, I think? Then the game just ends and you begin this all over again? There's no real story, there's no real sense of progression, and there's no real feeling of accomplishment. I've never played a game like this, admittedly, so I'm not really sure if it just doesn't appeal to me or it doesn't appeal to players as a whole. I don't know, I feel like this is something you guys are gonna have to tell me down in the comment section. Does this kind of game appeal to you? Or do you typically tend to avoid playing games like this? And then to add on to that, is this like an entire genre of game that I just haven't known exists up until this point? Now, I was hoping at least the combat would be engaging, but unfortunately, there are no animations, there are no special effects, nothing. You click an area, you get an enemy model, your character models, and you all just kind of like boop up and down as you attack and they attack you. When using an ability, your character portrait moves ever so slightly and the enemy takes damage and vice versa. Some of the encounters do have a bit of lore associated with them, but from what I can tell, the entire game is randomly generated each and every time you begin a new journey. This in turn means that there really is not any story, nor is there any real sense to play unless grinding randomly generated fights is your thing, which frankly, for me, just isn't. Ultimately, I was hoping after I saw images of the game that this would be right up my alley. I thought it was going to be a very story-driven RPG or something like that, but it definitely was not what I was expecting. I can say with utmost certainty now that I prefer having actual animations in my game, and I prefer having a story, at least some kind of a story present. That way I can follow along with it. And to me, that kind of helps me connect with the game. Unfortunately, neither of which were present in this game in Ending Days. And you know what, that is perfectly fine. Not every game is for every person. And just because the game does not appeal to me does not mean that I believe that the game is a bad game. I just believe that overall it's not something that I would play. But as a game in its own right, it was probably, or is probably, enjoyable to a lot of people. But you know what, that's just my opinion, my impressions of the game based off of what I played. What do you guys think though? Does this look like something that you'd be interested in playing? Once again, let me know down in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Oh man, I actually ran out of breath right at the end there. Holy crap.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh,